So I'm sharing this video to give you guys a warning not to watch the links that I shared below if you're not ready to hear the graphic truth of what's been going on with our children. At the same time, I think it's only right, we owe it to the children to at least hear, because they've been going through all this torture and horrific things that are just unimaginable. While we are in our homes, in our daily lives, and just doing whatever it is that we do, these poor children have suffered at the hands of these monsters. And this is why I've been doing, speaking out. I haven't even been doing anything really by sharing information, by sharing the prophecies and my intuition, and just doing what I can to guide the collective through these times. That's nothing compared to what needs to be done to help these children. So at the very least, I think we owe it to them to listen to the things that are going on and how is it that we can help. So ultimately, my intention for sharing it is not to traumatize people, because it is traumatizing. I'll tell you that, all these last 4 years of me knowing and having nightmares and having visitations from these children, being shown the things that they have been through, and they're still continuing to suffer and go through, it got me to a point in my health where it was really difficult. I mean, I went into a really deep depression at one point, and I had to step away. I had to step away and just go into prayer. And, at the same time, I've always known that this has been the reason why I continue to do what I do. It's for the children. You've heard me say it over and over and over. So the reason for me sharing these videos is I feel it's time for you guys to really know what's going on, because just knowing is just the surface, but hearing, especially from people that have been through it and they're survivors, and that they're still fighting and they are pushing through, even though they've gone through all these horrific things, and they're finding the will to bring this, putting themselves in danger. I think, at the very least, we owe it to them to listen to them. They want to be heard. And I shared one of her videos, the last video that I shared. And that was, if you watched it, just the surface of her talking about what we already know, is going on. But in these two videos that I'm sharing, she goes into more detail of what happens to the children. So again, it's a warning, but I also know that Creator's telling me it's time for you guys to really know and hear and pay attention, because we're at the precipice of things are getting worse. And in order for you guys to get that fire in you and to continue to push through this and to unite, you have to know why we're uniting. What is it that we're up against? And I know that it will give you that righteous anger to continue to speak up, most importantly, because again, that's nothing. I mean, me just speaking up and sharing, the visions, the prophecies, that's at the very least I can do, but I've been doing it consistently, because at the end of the day, it's been always about the children and what they've been showing me and what I have seen, and the endless nights of waking up in terrors and screaming and crying because they were showing me. And this is before I even came across people like Ali or other survivors that I've heard speak up. I was shown first, and then later the people came into my awareness, and I would just get validated into the things that I was being shown. And it's been really, really hard. But it's been taking a lot of, prayer and healing, and my relationship with the Creator has really strengthened up, and that's where I find my courage and my strength to continue sharing with you guys. I just feel, especially because things are very at the point where so much is going on and more is about to happen, that we come together even more so, because when we know what kind of monsters we're up against, it'll make it so that we are not fooled again, but also not let them run into their hiding places. I had shared with you guys a while back that I had been shown that a lot of them were going to try to run and hide, and that's exactly what's happening. Ellen DeGeneres, Eva Longoria, Beyonce and Jay-Z. There's a few other people that have left. They're moved. And, if we just stay quiet and we just like, oh, well, they left, justice will never be held for these children. And how is it that they can do these horrific crimes and then just move somewhere else and be protected and be safe? Or they can just go into, under their tunnels and then cause chaos for the rest of the world. Enough is enough. These, weather disasters and catastrophes that are happening, it's no accident. I mean, allegedly. There's allegedly all these, things that could potentially be done now with manipulating things. And I know in my heart that that's probably what's going on. I was shown, and I feel that a lot of it is so that they can do as much harm and damage, so that it's hard for us to come back, so that we struggle for a very long time, and a lot of people won't be able to make it through because of their health, or because of how severe the information is, that they won't be able to take it. So it's important that first and foremost, you find your strength, and you find your strength with God, and that you find peace, and you find peace through knowing that the things that you're doing are, always in the right way, with the right intentions. Because when you know you're a good person, then you'll sleep fine. And that includes helping each other, helping others that are in need, not just helping ourselves. So as I share these videos, just know that it's with the intention of just bringing together the people, and knowing that it's important we show who these people are. Because if we stay silent and not share who's behind all this, then we're helping them out. We're helping them escape. We're helping them hide. We're in a way complicit to all the things because we're silent. And I think I wouldn't be able to sleep even worse if I knew that there was something going on, especially with the children, and didn't just look the other way. So, again, warning, it's difficult to hear. But Creator's telling me, God is telling me it's time for me to start showing or sharing more specific information and videos on all the things that are being exposed. Because the only way they're going to get exposed is by exposing it. So I appreciate you guys, and stay in your prayer. It is so powerful. It is so powerful, more than I can express. So please continue your prayer every single day. And yeah, thank you.